Ah, the joys of motoring. Fine car, beautiful scenery, not a soul in sight. Things don't get much better than this for the enthusiast motorist. But before you start getting thoughts of delicious bellowing engine noises as the rev counter hits the blushing zone, this road, like all the roads round it, has a blanket speed limit of just 40 miles an hour. Now, virtually every new car available on the market today has a top speed of 100 miles an hour or more, responsive handling and brakes to match. This blend of potential performance therefore calls for more restraint from the modern driver than ever before, and it's not surprising that some drivers find roads such as these just that bit too tempting. My theory is that the temptation for such drivers becomes all the more irresistible when the speed limit seems unjustified and doesn't reflect the danger of the situation. I cannot believe that there are many sane people out there who believe it's okay to go past the school at more than 30 miles an hour, but those same people would find difficulty in sticking to the arbitrary 40 mile an hour limit imposed on these glorious roads around here. And there are many who believe also that setting speed traps on such roads is more about raising revenue than making the roads safer. Still, the law is the law, and I, for one, wouldn't want to be seen to be inciting anyone to break speed limits. So how can you, the law-abiding motorist, stay on the right side of the law if all you're trying to do is keep up with the mass of moving traffic that's travelling down the motorway at a steady 80? Well, the way I see it, you have three options. The first is next time you're buying a new car, if you've got the budget for it, try and find one that has cruise control. That way, all you have to do is set it at the speed they want and let the car take control and keep your license for you. Oh, excuse me. Let's be honest, driving around on cruise control at these sort of speeds is like mainlining Mogadon. Okay, so that's not ideal. The second method for keeping out of trouble is perhaps best explained by me introducing you to Steve Warren of ukspeedtraps.co.uk.
Radar detectors were made legal a couple of years ago. These devices will detect laser, they'll detect Gatso cameras on the side of the road, handheld radar. They work very effectively. They mount on your windscreen and plug into your cigarette lighter. However, again, you don't rely on these because you're not guaranteed that they're going to pick up everything. I have been in a few occasions where you're virtually on top of the Gatso, and if you were speeding at that point, you would never have enough time to slow down. This snooper unit's one of the smallest ones available and works very well and will give you at least 100 metres warning on a Gatso. But again, as even Snooper would say, these are not a licence to speed. They're a product that will assist in safe driving or warn you of appropriate hazards that might be in front, and maybe that is just a set of temporary traffic lights down a country lane, because they will pick up the radar off the temporary traffic lights right down to the policeman that's hiding in the bushes ready to jump out in front of you. They'll give you a reasonable amount of warning.
And those don't just detect radar, do they?
No, you can, as you get used to them, you'll find out that they'll detect Tesco's and Morrison's and anyone which has got an automatic door on the front with a radar. They're temporary traffic lights, permanent traffic lights.
So it's really quite handy then.
It can be.
Steve, thanks very much for that. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
So there you have it. That's two very good ways of avoiding a speeding ticket. But, as you might expect, I've been saving the best till last. There is one absolutely foolproof way of avoiding ever being caught for speeding, and that is to buy a car that can't even spell speed.